Hi, how's it going? How are you doing? So, my name is Heather Rodriguez. I'm a natural fertility specialist, and my team and I help couples who are preparing for pregnancy and conception. We use herbs, supplements, diet, different mind-body therapies to help those overcome fertility issues and to make sure that your body's prepared for pregnancy. So welcome, nice to see you guys. Hello. Hello, hello. So today I'm going to be covering I'm going to be talking about the best supplement to use to get rid of excess estrogen. This is going to work for both men and women. This is something that both men and women need to know about and can use. So this is one of our most popular supplements that we use. And I think one of the reasons it's so popular is because of how effective it is and because so many fertility issues are caused because of excess estrogen. So, okay, so let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. So, first, I want to talk a little bit about estrogen and why this is something that needs to be on your radar, why it's something that you need to think about if you're going through fertility issues. So estrogen is a hormone that's naturally in the body, and it's something that is not bad. It's something we need. It works in balance with progesterone, FSH, all these other hormones, thyroid, all these other hormones in our system. So it's very important. It helps to grow uterine lining. It helps with preparing and maturing the egg for ovulation. It has a lot of very important factors to it. But what is happening for a lot of people is we have a lot of environmental estrogens in our environment that are mimicking estrogen, and they have a very strong action. So what happens is we can have too much estrogen. This begins to show up as fibroids, endometriosis, PCOS, heavy menstrual cycles, PMS. There's a lot of different fertility issues that show up because of excess estrogen. So I'm going to talk about the number one supplement that we use to help to reduce not only estrogens, but the external estrogens. That's what's so cool about this, is that it zones in on the external estrogens and it leaves the good ones, the ones that our body's producing, the ones that we want there. So I think that's pretty amazing. Oh, great. So this supplement that I am talking about is called DIM. And I don't know if this is something you guys have heard about. It's a pretty popular supplement that we carry, that we use with a lot of our clients. One of the things that's really great about this is that there's a couple different things. The first is it comes from cruciferous vegetables. So there's a compound that's found in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, Brussels sprouts that is amazing at helping the body to get rid of excess estrogens. So that's why I'm always promoting a lot of green plants, a lot of green veggies, is because of their fiber and because of these compounds that they contain. And so what these do is they help the body to get rid of the excess estrogens, the estrogens that are they're called exogenous estrogen. Such a hard word. I haven't been able to talk right lately. Exogenous estrogens. And again, those are being caused from our environment, from plastics, from foods that we're eating, from pesticides. Pesticides mimic them, fluorescent lights, body care products. There's a lot of things in our environment. But this is something that can help the body to deal with that. So you might be asking, what are some signs that I have excess estrogen? So if you're not going through a fertility issue where you know you have PCOS, you know you have endometriosis, there are some other signs. And yes, men can also have excess estrogen, and they can take DIM as well. It's a supplement that works for both men and women. So some of the signs of excess estrogen in women are going to be PMS, very heavy crampy periods, fibroids, recurrent miscarriage, possibly there's a lot of causes of that, lack of ovulation. And then for men, there's also going to be if their testosterone is low, if they're starting to gain fat in the front areas of their body, like in their chest or in their belly, they're starting to get a larger belly. That can be a sign of excess estrogens for men, especially when there is low sperm count or something like that happening. So that's something to think about. And the great thing with DIM is it's coming from cruciferous vegetables, so it's something that is just very beneficial, and it's not going to take away any of the good estrogens you have. So it's just going to search out the bad. That's what I find so amazing about certain natural therapies, is that they can target what needs to be targeted and it doesn't affect your entire system. So there's 5 ways that DIM helps to benefit estrogen levels for both men and women. The first is it's going to promote healthy estrogen metabolism. It's going to help the body to get rid of those excess estrogens that we do not want in the system, allowing the good estrogens to fill up the receptor sites. So the reason that, well, there's a couple different types of estrogen, but the external estrogens coming from the environment have a very strong action. our normal natural estrogens that our body's producing have just the right action on the receptor site. And then we have plant estrogens, which have a weaker reaction to the receptor sites. We want a normal reaction. We don't want a hyper reactiveness to those receptor sites, which external estrogens can do. Another thing is it's going to decrease the symptoms of estrogen dominance. And for some people, that's acne, it's PMS, it's some pretty uncomfortable stuff. Heavy menstrual cycle, breast tenderness, things like that. So that will change. Also, for some people with slow metabolism and have a hard time losing weight, that can also make a shift for them if they are helping to reduce excess estrogen from their systems. It also is considered an antioxidant. So it's going to protect cellular health, which is great for sperm health and great for egg health and integrity. And then also it's been shown to support mood, libido, and has a fat burning component to it. That's not one that we really promote or talk about too much, but it's one of the positive side effects of it, because testosterone levels are going to go back up for men. So it can help with sex drive and kind of issues that happen with that. So the thing with DIM is, you know, some people ask us, can I just eat more broccoli and more cruciferous vegetable? And yes, you should. That is definitely a benefit. But what we have found is for effects that are going to be happening over a couple month period of time, if you want to get the effects sooner than later, we found supplementation is the way to go. Because what you'll find is in just 10 to 30 milligrams of DIM, you're going to be eating about 1.5 pounds of cruciferous vegetables. The amount of DIM you would find in about 1.5 pounds of cruciferous vegetables. So unfortunately, cruciferous vegetables are kind of gross to juice. That would be one way to do it, but I juice and I don't like Brussels sprouts juice. That's gross to me, or cabbage juice. So it's very easy to do it with a DIM supplement. That is the way to go. It is not something I would suggest to use during pregnancy. During pregnancy, it's such a sensitive time of so many hormonal changes that I wouldn't take anything that's going to affect the hormones within the body. Your progesterone is going to shoot up so quickly when you're pregnant that generally if you get pregnant and you do have an estrogen dominant situation, your progesterone is going to take over, and it's like the time of the progesterone. So it's not as much of a concern, but ahead of time is when you want to address that and make sure that that's kind of taken care of and balanced out, so that when you're pregnant, you're not really having to worry about the excess estrogen and, you know, all of that. But it's not something I would suggest to take during pregnancy. So that's DIM. It's something I love. There is something I do have to warn you about, is that some people who take it find that their urine ends up smelling kind of like they ate asparagus. So it might be too much information, but I thought I'd just let you know so you're not surprised when you do take it, because it's the metabolites coming out. That's just how it works. You had the function of DIM completely backwards. Well, I'm glad that you got it. Is acne always a problem? Normally get 2 to 3 spots after menstruation. It's something, I think with the acne, it's going to be, if it's cyclic, like if it's based on your menstrual cycle, that is possibly a sign. So that means it's hormonally triggered acne. Also, acne that pertains to PCOS is another sign. The daily suggested usage for DIM is, you know, we suggest 100 to 400 milligrams a day, depending on your body size and depending on kind of where you are on the scale of, you know, excess estrogen. If you're wanting to just support the system, then 1 capsule is enough. If you're definitely going through a couple things, if you do know that you have higher amounts of excess estrogen, you want to get moving, then you can use more capsules of it. So 100 milligrams to 400 milligrams. And you can use it with Vitex. You can mix it with anything else that you're using. It works well with any other herb or supplement that we use or have. All right, guys, I'm going to get going. I have another meeting today. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a good rest of your day. You can find more resources at naturalfertilityinfo.com. Thanks so much for joining, and naturalfertilityshop.com. All right, have a great day, guys. See you later. Bye. You're so welcome. Bye.